Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma is expected to cast her special vote in KwaZulu-Natal today, among the first few high-ranking ANC officials to cast special votes. Let me take you live now to the province. Political reporter Sipa Mandla-Goge is standing by. So special voting today in KZN. Sipa, how's it gone so far?
Well, so far it's been a slow start, Jeremy, but as you are starting this interview, allow me to tell you that one of the leaders in South Africa, Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, has walked in. Let me ask my colleague Bonga Mkhize to give you those visuals now live as we see her walking in here. We are in Gwapalito, north coast of Durban or KwaZulu-Natal. She is here to cast her special vote today. The moment of truth has arrived for many South Africans. Many people will get an opportunity to cast their votes on Wednesday, but Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma is already here to cast her vote in northern KwaZulu-Natal. But it's been a slow start here, Jeremy. Earlier on, very few people have walked in to cast their vote. This voting station has been very quiet.
Now, there have also been safety concerns expressed in the province. What are those, Sipa, and what are authorities planning to do about it?
You would recall that the Minister of Police, General Pegitele, did highlight KwaZulu-Natal and Northwest as two provinces that are regarded as high risk. The KwaZulu-Natal province has been plagued by political killings in the recent past. It's also been plagued by service delivery protests. Ethekwini region, which has got the highest number of voters in the province, has been plagued by a service delivery or an illegal strike, by the way, by some municipal workers. So police and authorities have raised concerns about that, saying it has a potential to hamper a free and fair election. But at the same time, they have also said that they are monitoring the situation in KwaZulu-Natal. So we are told that they will keep on monitoring the situation as it unfolds during these elections.
So I'm hoping at the end of Nkosazana Dlamini voting, Sipa, you'll be able to have a quick word with her so you and I can continue the conversation. More broadly, though, within the province itself, special voting, you say, is underway. It's gone fairly smoothly. Are there a number of people that we know that will make use of this particular service?
Well, we are told that a number of people, according to the IEC, earlier on I did speak to the Independent Electoral Commission in KwaZulu-Natal. I was asking them about the progress and the logistics. The IEC in the province claims that everything has been smooth so far. Most polling stations opened in time or on time. They are not really concerned about today and tomorrow, as countrywide we expect more than 770,000 people to cast their special votes. And I think the biggest test will be on Wednesday, where millions of South Africans will be flocking to their polling stations to cast their votes. But throughout KwaZulu-Natal, we haven't received too many reports for now. The only thing we know so far is that according to the IEC, it has been smooth. They claim that they will update us later on. They were set to have a media briefing earlier today to give a progress report and an update as we see Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma about to deposit her papers there after casting the vote. It's the final stage now. I'm sure immediately after this we will be able to have an opportunity to have a quick interview with her. But so far in KwaZulu-Natal, it's been a peaceful and a smooth process, Jeremy.
Just very quickly, while we're waiting for that to happen, one of the stories we're going to get to in just a moment is a possible threat by IEC workers to down tools over salaries and other labour matters. Have you managed to speak to anybody at the Independent Electoral Commission in KwaZulu-Natal about that, or are things going smoothly from what we can see?
Yeah. They said they are still waiting. Sorry, Jeremy, as we are
right ahead
to have a quick interview with Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. This must be one of the days you fought for this opportunity to cast your vote. How does it feel?
It always feels good to vote, especially in South Africa, because it's a right that was fought for. It's a right that some people lost their lives for. So it's a very important right. But it's also a crucial responsibility for every citizen who's over 18 to cast their vote, to take their responsibility in deciding who should govern this country in the next 5 years.
Many young voters, though, they are not eager to vote, even though according to the IEC, they did register to vote. Millions have registered, but they are despondent.
Well, we have to encourage young people. You see, it's very important to shape the future. We say the young people are for today, but also they are for the future. So they better shape the future they want to inherit today. And one of the ways of doing that is actually taking responsibility to vote. It's also a sign of being a good citizen to actually take the responsibility to vote. But young people must decide whether they want this party to win or that party to win. And they shouldn't just sit and say, oh, we'll see what happens.
Others are threatening that they will block voting stations due to service delivery needs and issues. There have been service delivery protests in KwaZulu-Natal and more are planned. Are you concerned that that might jeopardize the elections?
Well, I think it would not be right for anyone to stop those who want to vote. Because, as I say, it's both a right and a responsibility to vote. And it's not allowed, actually, for anyone to stop someone who wants to vote. So if that is going to happen, I hope that the services that are supposed to deal with that will be there to make sure that people who want to vote are allowed to vote and vote peacefully and freely.
There is a looming strike by NEHAWO members who work for the IEC. They are complaining about salaries. Some people say on the eve of the election that is not good.
Well, I wasn't aware of that, but I hope that those who are responsible for that side of things will deal with it so that the vote is not disturbed.
In closing, we are out of time. Are you ready to be President Cyril Ramaphosa's deputy?
Who becomes deputy is the president's prerogative. So I've always said if I'm asked to sweep the floor, I'll sweep it very clean. So whatever I'm asked to do, I will do.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, Jeremy, there you have it. That is Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, who is the minister in the presidency and senior NEC member of the ANC.
And we were waiting for that deputy president's question, Sipho Mandla, with bated breath. We'll talk to you a little later on this afternoon, political reporter Sipho Mandla Goge in KZN.